Greetings, beautiful beings. Thank you for tuning in. Here we are at Movement Medicine Morsels, and it is a good day for shaking, tapping, swinging, cupping, all lovely things to get stagnant energy banished and to bring fresh energy and good circulation in. So without any further ado, let's get going. This is a nice practice to do standing, so I would like to invite you to do that. You're welcome to come and sit down for parts of it. Just follow your intuition, stand back up. And of course, you can always do any of these practices quietly, resting, maybe even lying down and visualizing, following along and visualizing. Work at a comfortable pace so that the practice is valuable for you and brings you joy and ease and does not leave you with any strain. So here we go. Let's come and set our foundation. So we want to plant our feet so that they're nice and settled on the ground. And you can even wiggle your toes a little bit, see how they feel. Smile at your feet. You might not have been smiling at them very much lately. They appreciate it. And plant them well. Soften the knees a little bit and just bend and press the earth to straighten the knees. Don't lock them straight, but just get that nice feeling of the power in your legs as you press against the earth and feel yourself grow. And then the other part of it is to elongate up towards the sky through the crown of the head. So we have a feeling of being suspended, maybe from our own personal star, from above, and also connected to the earth from below. So we have a lovely vertical. And along with that, we want to have a soft smile and breathe. So just tune into that, notice your breath. Maybe you want to place your hands on your abdomen and invite the breath to fill your whole belly, even the chest, and even into the back. But once we get shaking and tapping, breath will naturally build up anyways. So let's begin the shaking. And let's start with the fingertips. Nice loose arms, completely relaxed in the shoulders, shaking through the fingers, releasing tension out through the hands. If you like, you can get the elbows in on it. You can let the armpits gently bounce, or you can keep this very, very delicate and almost microscopic. Whatever feels good to you, almost like a lovely tremble or a shiver or a shimmer. And if you want to make it a little bit bigger or a lot bigger, you can do that. So let's start to call in other parts of ourselves. Let the head be gentle so the neck has some freedom. Now we don't want to toss the head about too wildly because it is a large, heavy thing. And we want to make sure our necks are happy. So mainly keep things loose. Make yawns, make faces, stick your tongue out, bug your eyes. It's really refreshing to open things up and make any sound that you like. So let's get a little bit of movement with the hips. Today we can try some side to side. Of course, we want to keep our knees loose and let everything move connected with everything else. Little bit of up and down bouncing for the heels, as though you have little air pockets that are lifting and dropping you. And if you feel like it, you can circle your wrists, bring your fingertips up to the sky, and almost be jumping up and down. Woohoo! You can make sound if you like. Hoo, 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 hoo. And have some fun with this. Make any sound you like. Shake, shimmy. Try to get everything working together. Nothing left locked or stuck. And gradually, gradually let this come to its own natural completion, keeping that springiness in your knees and your ankles. Let out a nice sigh. And once you've come to an organic completion, Keep a spring in your knees, keep that elongation through the crown of your head, and let's keep the head gently forward, the eyes gently gazing forward without locking, and easy swinging, letting the belly button swing. And eventually, or anytime, you can let the back heel come up. And of course, if you want to take the head for a little variety, you can take the head in the same direction as the swing. And if you enjoy that, just let the eyes be soft and free. Scan your room. And keep everything nice and loose. Let this come to its own natural completion. And if you want a bit of a change of position, you can sit down for a little bit, or you can continue to stand. Once again, we refresh our connection to the earth, our lovely connection to the heavens and the sky, a softness in our knees, an openness through the chest. And let's rest the hands on the lower belly and invite the breath that we've stirred up. Maybe we've got the heart rate up a little bit. Notice how you feel. And let the breath flow into you, expanding your volume. And exhale, let the breath flow out of you. Nice and easy, soft smile. Notice if anything is new or your sense of yourself is starting to change, or your energy. Just notice along the way what's going on. And now, keeping the elbows heavy, just lift the hands, and we're going to begin our tapping and cupping. So let's start with waking up through the breastbone, smiling into our immune system, opening up the front of the chest. Place one hand on the hip and let the other hand in a cup shape. Softly pat back and forth over the lungs. You can slide that other hand down. Just make sure the shoulder's not hiked up. So this is a very individual place for each body. One hand on someone might be hiking the shoulders, so you notice I've got mine slid down a little bit more. So just adjust comfortably for you. Come around your breast and chest region. Come into the armpit. You can hang that arm over your head. Open up the side seam and gently pat, cup, stimulate, smile. Imagine each pat is a hello or a love pat. And coming from the armpit down the under the arm, under the elbow, inner arm, forearm. Relax the shoulders, clear clapping sound, bright energy. And then the pads of the fingers, the backs of the fingernails, lovingly gazing at your hand and wrist. Waking up. These are, don't slap, keep it gentle. Coming all the way up. We don't like to be woken up by a loud alarm clock. It's nicer to have something tender, so let's be that for ourselves. And gently cupping around, maybe the shoulder or neck has some tightness, so don't go hard here, go gentle. Be even more subtle if an area is tight. And then let that be. Move a little bit, see how that feels. Is there a difference in the side that has had the cupping, the waking up? And what about the other side? And now once again, zip up that energy, soft smile, nice breath. And let yourself breathe into the chest a few times. Sometimes chest breathing has gotten a bad reputation, but it is also part of full breath. We want to make sure we can breathe in the chest, in the belly, in the sides, and in the back. So don't be shy of any one of those spots. Lowering the other hand, remembering the shoulder. We want that shoulder relaxed. Cupping back and forth over the lungs with respect and love. Coming around the breast tissue and chest. And then into the side body, the armpit. You can drape that arm. That's my favorite method because it's kind of effortless. I call it the lazy yogini's technique. You can also keep your hand any other place that feels good to you, but lovingly, with awareness, with a smile, with appreciation, saying hello to every part. And now from the armpit coming down under the arm, the elbow, loving gaze as well as loving touch, inner wrist, relax the elbows and shoulders, nice bright sound, fingertips, back of the fingers, the fingernails with such appreciation, love in your touch, love in your gaze, love in the way that your body receives, coming up the upper arm over the shoulder. You can boost here with the other hand, and lovingly into the neck, the upper back, wherever you can comfortably reach and wherever feels like it's asking for a little bit of tender love. And then let this be, and just let the lower arms swing. You can give a small bounce with the knees, so in slow motion it would be a little bit straightening up, bend, lifting the hands, bend, straighten, bend, straighten. So don't think about it too much, just an easy swing. And if your shoulders feel really extra tight today, do it in slow motion. Exhale as though you're caressing the air. Inhale, coming up gently. Exhale, lowering down. Now, if you're swinging, you can also check in with your body and see if really swinging the arms up feels good to you, and in which case, if it feels good and delicious, do that. Same is true for the slow version. So make this part your own. You're freeing your body. And remember, pain is, we go in a different direction. If we meet pain, we move into a different direction. We slow it down. We make the range of motion smaller. We really take care of ourselves here. So let that be. And now cupping over the chest, and let's use any sound you like to clear the lungs even further. And feel the in-breath that follows a sound or a long out-breath. And now let's pat, love pats up the front of the throat as we float the chin up the sides of the neck as we float the crown of the head up, over the ears as well. And then lift up gently at the base of the skull as you come up the back of the neck, tap across, come under the ears, come up the temples, and now tapping all over, or lightly cupping, or even fingernails, whatever feels really good, all the way around your scalp. Little bit in the forehead, smoothing out through the forehead. Lightly pinching the eyebrows, thumb and index finger, little overlapping pinches coming all the way out to the edges of the eyebrows. Smiling. Shake out your hands a little bit. Lightly tap the temples and circle around the eye sockets, tenderly tapping underneath, coming up the bridge of the nose and out over the eyebrow bone. Shake that out a little bit and let's massage our ears. Lightly squeeze and twist and pull and move the outer edges of the ears, coming all the way around. You can even twist and squeeze and massage your earlobes. Light massage of the flap in front of the ears. Let that go. And now we're going to tap along the sides of the nose, past the nostrils, and up under the cheeks. So when we come up under the cheeks, fluff up and smile. We're giving ourselves a little uplifting facial, and we're reminding ourselves how pleasant it is to interact beautifully, lovingly with the face, and also to smile. And yawn a little bit as you come into tapping the chewing muscles. Oh yeah. Take one hand and tap around underneath the lower lip, and then take the other hand and tap over the upper lip. You can't do this wrong. And then fluff fluff yourself up in the cheeks a little bit more and shake that out, shake that out. Nice big breath in. And here we go. We're going to come into the belly. Let your belly be soft. Appreciate your beautiful belly. Come from one side of the waist to the other. Feel the bottom of your ribs. Come into the area below your navel from hip to hip. And then come a little bit more gently as you come into the groin area and into your pubic zone. Separate the feet a little bit and come into the perineum. And we're going to make our way down the insides of our legs, bending over comfortably. If you've hit the limit of what is comfortable bending over, just continue visualizing going down the insides of the legs. Or if you are comfortable, let your head relax over and come down to the ankles, behind the ankles, inner arches of the feet, over the tops of the feet, outsides of the feet, and making your way up the outsides, kind of the side and the back, into the backs of the knees, and making your way all the way up. And when we get to the hips, you can use loose fists, palms or the backs of the hands. You're shimmying a little bit from side to side. Nice tall posture, and maybe you're even coming into the sacral region and into the kidneys. Round over a little bit, and you can use some sound here. And then rub, massage, massage. And finally, bring yourself to your full height in your imagination, and maybe even with your body. So if you're simply visualizing these movements, you're picturing with full sensory engagement. If you're standing at your full height. If you're sitting with a beautiful tall spine. And sense the movement of the breath in the back of your body where you have your hands. Invite the inhalation to fill and massage and animate your back. Slide your hands to the outsides of your lowest ribs and see if you can feel the expansion of breath invited into your side body, both sides. Come up to the chest, feel the breath gently rising and falling in your chest, very relaxed in the shoulders, so they're just riding on the chest, they're not initiating the movement. And then finally slide the hands down to rest somewhere comfortable for your arms in proportion to your body, your proportions, and feel the breath settling at the lower belly. And imagine that this area is multidimensional. So the front and the back are expanding and letting go. The right and the left are doing the same, and the perineum and the waistline. So there's a spherical quality. The crown of your head is rising up gently, connected to the heavens. Your feet are connected to the earth. You're at your most beautiful perpendicular posture in your vertical alignment with a soft smile. And notice how you feel. What's your self-image? How do you sense your body? Is it different than it was before you began? And how is your breath? And this brings us to the completion of today's little episode of shaking, tapping, swinging, cupping, all of those good things that bring circulation, banish stagnation, and bring refreshment. So I hope that you feel a little bit nicer, or maybe a lot nicer. And thank you very, very much for tuning in. Many blessings to you. May your breath, your vertical alignment, and your inner smile be part of everything that you do. And bye for now.